Hello, welcome back, guys and girls. It's Jonathan from Retro Johnny. I want to do a new, different video for you guys. I have watches in front of us, so I wanted to just get started. I have a lot of watches, but I wanted to start how it all started. So, ever since I was a kid, my dad had one particular watch in a drawer. He wore it to death, and I remember playing with it. Somehow, my dad has passed away since, but somehow I still have the watch, and I'm going to show it to you. This watch right here. This is a 1983 Gray Ghost is the nickname. So from 1983, this is a Seiko Quartz Sports 100 Chrono with a 7A28-7079 quartz movement. This was basically Seiko's tank movement. You see them in movies. It was in 007. This version, I don't know if it was in 007, but this is a rare anniversary model, and they called it like the Gray Ghost because it's gray on gray. So this is my dad's. I had the crystal replaced. It was completely scratched to death. Right now the battery's dead, but it's not working properly. It'll hold time, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a watch I found on eBay, which is in a lot better condition than my dad's original watch. And this is it right here. So you can kind of compare. This one's still running too, but it's also not working correctly. The chronograph is not working, but it's holding time. It's on, it's working. But I don't know if you can tell, but see the indices, the white markers? My dad's are completely gone, toasted. And this watch is just in way better condition. But, you know, sentimental value. This thing's literally 1 year older than me. So I don't know if my dad bought this, you know, when he found out he was having a boy or whatever, but it's kind of nice to have something that my dad had that was my age, you know. So that's what got me started. As a kid, I would always be playing with these things. And lucky for me, I still have them. So this was started my, you know, when I was a kid, before I even knew anything about watches, you're buying G-Shocks. I enjoyed my G-Shocks, G-Shock squares, all that stuff. When I got older, I really missed out on the whole Seiko mechanical movement watches. So I'm going to throw in some pictures of some of the watches, whatever watch I'm talking about in its original form. I'll throw a picture in there so you can see what it used to look like. So when you get into Seikos, here's a Seiko. This watch has original face, but that's about it. I have modified this pretty extensively. It's got new hands, blacked out hands. The face is original orange. This is originally an SKX 0011 Japanese model. This is the original case, and that's pretty much it. Everything else has been replaced and modified. I try to keep it all original, but wearing it and its age, I had problems, and I took it to a watch shop to have it fixed, and they just could not get it to run right. The original movement, which is supposed to be a strong, long-lasting movement. So I kind of got fed up, and that's how the whole watch modding hobby started for me. So I ended up looking up videos on how to mod this and put a newer movement that hacks, winds, runs beautifully. Ever since I modded it, I'm very happy with the results. So this is one of the first. I'll put the picture up of what it used to look like originally. This is what kind of started, and like I said, it started because the watch guys or the watch shops that I took it to, they wanted to charge you so much to fix these, and then they don't even do it right. So I mean, I would take it from them, it's running, and then maybe 3 hours later, it will stop. And like you would have to tap the watch and then it'll start running again. How can you have a watch that's very unreliable like that? I don't understand. This watch I bought at the same time with that watch. This is heavily modified. We're talking about almost nothing is original on this watch anymore. So I guess it doesn't even, I guess you can say that's not even the same watch, but that's what it started off as. It started off as a regular Seiko that was already been modded I bought it on eBay. And I made some changes to it. And it's actually probably, the guts are probably in something else, but it's a good watch. This one I made as a Grand Seiko homage. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? This is a regular Seiko, and I'm gonna link all the companies I use. Nomeko Mods right here is one of them. I favor them more than anything. A lot of the stuff that you're gonna see is from them. You don't want to cross too many companies because one company makes the cases and everything to fit together. So if you start mixing and matching it, it might not fit properly. So with this watch, we got a Seiko sub style case, beautifully made. Look at the tolerances. I mean, it's nice. And it's got a Seiko movement, the newer hand wind hacking. The face I got on eBay. It's a Grand Seiko homage face for an SKX. The chapter ring inside, I believe it comes with the case when you buy it from Nomeko Mods. Nomoki Mods. Sorry, mispronouncing. Nomoki Mods sell you the whole kit, bracelets, everything. You choose what you want. Hopefully they're in stock. See, the clasp is still original Seiko style, but it's milled. Milled as in not stamped, right? So very nice, very nice. Basically an upgrade to a Seiko, but a Seiko. The hands all got from the same company. S engraved hand. And I did all the work here. I bought all the tools, did it all myself. I'll throw in pictures of my work spot, which is here, but I have all my tools put away. And like I said, it started off very small, just modding the watch by changing certain outside things, but not really getting into it. This is completely ground up build. So this is, I bought a movement, completely assembled movement. I bought the case, I bought the hands, the dial, everything. Have to assemble everything, all in pieces. I have another watch I'll put up in pictures. I don't have it anymore. I ended up selling it to a friend. He would not let me not sell it to him. He loved that watch. And the funny thing is, I miss that watch a lot, to be honest with you. So here's another watch. This has only been slightly modified. As you can tell, this is a stock Seiko clasp right here, stamped versus milled. And this is the newer Seiko 5 Sports GMT Blueberry. I'll post a picture of what it looked like originally. This has now been modded. So same as the other watch, this now has a new Rolex style coin bezel. And I have a steel Pepsi bezel insert. And then I put in a chapter ring. The chapter ring is what you see with the numbers, the silver piece right there. I put a numbered chapter ring with lines. And everything else is stock. But that little mod right here, I don't know, it made this watch pop. And I work around a lot of people that have expensive watches, and they always looking at my watches because, dude, there's nothing, when you mod a watch that's not expensive. I have some expensive watches, but when you watch, this is a good watch, a little bit of tweaking, and you got yourself a unique watch, right? And this became really addicting. This is how it started. And then before you know it, I'm building watches I wish I can afford, or I shouldn't say wish I could afford, but kind of, because I'm never going to spend that much money on a watch. I just don't ever want to. I feel like that's just a waste of money. I could give it to somebody else that could use it a lot more than I need it at that point. So I have a few goodies in here. I had to stop. This is all I made. Just these, this is what started the whole addiction, my dad's watches. And then I custom modded and made from scratch all four of these watches. Watches I wish I could buy, but will never buy. So let's pull these out so you can see them. So I had to make sure I don't go crazy. So I figured out which watches I'm going to make, and that's it. Not going to go crazy and stop. I had to really stop myself because it gets really fun and addicting to make really cool, inexpensive watches that look like the real thing. Check out this one. So the Rolex Explorer 2, they got the kit. You buy the movement, you buy the case, even the strap. I mean, this thing, obviously it doesn't have a Rolex face on it, but it's one thing I like. I didn't want the Rolex face because I'm not trying to make a fake watch. I'm making a homage watch, something I can enjoy that has the same essence, right? And I got the hands, I got everything. Comparing this to the real Rolex is very frosty white. So this is not quite as matching, but that's okay. I'm very happy with this build. Laser sketched S for Seiko. And is this one, I think it has a solid back. Yeah. So the case back on this is a slim case back, not a fat. That's the thing for Seikos, if you didn't know that. Seikos seem to have a fat case back. See, here's one. See? Case back's quite fat. So if you want the watch to feel slimmer on the wrist, you can mod it to give you a nice slim back. And this is a slim case. So if you're comparing how thickness to the stock Seiko case versus the Rolex style case, it's quite a bit a premium feeling on the wrist. So this was one of my favorites. I wear it a lot. This was probably the first full build I made right here, number one. So from there, I said, well, what do I want to build next? Well, who doesn't want a root beer? So I got this root beer, again, same company, from scratch. The only thing I bought from eBay was the face. So this face is for a Seiko GMT. GMT movement is the same thing as the factory GMT movement here. Same guts. You buy the case, Rolex style case, rose gold, crown, bezel, two-tone bracelet. It is gorgeous. And I got the lume on this to be blue, which is crazy fun. Again, the bezel is just Rolex style brushed. I know Rolex will actually say Rolex in there. But very happy with this build. I love to wear this. It brings too much attention, but it is so fun to wear. And then the fact that it says Rolex on there, it says Yacht Master on the bottom. So it's not a real Seiko face, but it's fun. I like that it says Seiko on it. So you know that it is a Seiko, not trying to copy, fake, pass it as a fake. And then this was my last one I built. So this also says Seiko. And I love day date. Maybe I should have went black day date wheels on this, but you get too much into it. I was like, this is good enough. So this has got a full rose gold Rolex style case, slim case back, etched S on the crown. This has a flat black insert with a flat black crown in there. Chapter ring is black with lines. It's hard to see. It's got the lines actually are rose gold, which is super sweet. It's not as noticeable because the watch is so blacked out, but it is pretty cool. I like the way this one came out. This one also catches a lot of eyes. I mean, why wouldn't it, right? Well, guys, if you like watch content, I have a lot of watches, and you just leave something in the comment. You want me to talk about something else? But this is my start of my little Seiko collection and my modding of getting into actual building watches. I stopped at this. I have half a watch still kind of sitting around, and I was going to buy another case to finish that watch, but I kind of haven't done it. But maybe someday, if you guys want to see it, maybe we can build a watch and I'll record it for you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you guys again. Please feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and let me know what else you want to see. Thank you very much. I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to watch my latest videos. Bye.